I see the orange dot. All right, what's good, everybody? Millennials lead the way. We are back here with a end of the year update. So yeah, man, 2025 was pretty eventful. Right, did some changes, learned a lot, um, growing older, becoming more wiser, and man, 2025, man, is just another year that lets you know, man, um, anything can happen, bro. you know, So I'm here for it, man. I am 110% here for it, and I'm always a few steps ahead, man. You got to, bro. You just got to. Um, I would say I made the right call, man. Jumping into Tesla this year. Uh, Even though this Charles Schwab chart doesn't really explain it, um, Charles Schwab is low key, bro. Charles Schwab's been on my hit list, man. I already gave him a strike for that stunt they pulled back when we were all voting on Elon's pay package, and I guess Charles Schwab kind of figured they weren't gonna do it, and it just lets you know, man. I mean, this is why I tell you, bro. Diversifying this doesn't make sense, and Charles Schwab is a prime example on why I will never, ever in a million years put any money into an ETF. Okay, and I'm waiting for an opportunity where I don't even have to use these brokerages at all, to be honest. I thought about just going through Tesla's firm where I just get the certificates myself, and I keep them secure because, as you can see, man, Charles Schwab was against investors, bro. Like, so it's like, fuck, man. Like, if you guys are against us, then I know some of y'all, and I know the majority of y'all don't stand a fucking chance. So, yeah, bro, like, it's crazy, man, how Charles Schwab is ready to fucking switch up once the, quote unquote, Tesla cult bands together. Which that's a group I stand proudly with. You know, when you look at what Elon's trying to accomplish, man, I see it as a example of what it looks like when investors are aligned with this, company's vision, right? Space exploration, electric cars, solar energy, clean energy, right? It's funny that they talk about putting data centers up in space, man. When I used to make AI generated videos for Energia, I had you guys could probably see it on my YouTube page. I had a picture up there that showed solar panels in space, which I had no idea. I just, I would just kind of put a vision. I would type in a vision of something, and ChatGPT will create the image, and that's what they came up with. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, man, I'm all for the vision, bro. Right? And Charles Schwab, you got to strike for that. All right. So yeah, if you're against investors, then this may not be the place to park your money, bro. Another strike I might give them, man, is when you start looking into like some of these options they got when they show your rate of return. I noticed that they'll only show my return when supposedly I am not doing good, right? So they won't tell me any other chart unless, you know, apparently it's doing bad, right? So is that a strike? Maybe not. But what I tell you though is when I start making a few millions with Tesla, I don't think I'm gonna stay with the company. I may go over to Robinhood. We'll see. It may not even be Robinhood because Robinhood had that whole stint they went through as well. So it may not be them as well. I don't know. Um, but I'm looking at other options right now as we speak. So I just don't think Charles Schwab would be a good long term plan. You know, so they kind of showed their hand, And yeah, man, y'all are on the watch list, man. Y'all are on that FBI, CIA watch list. So other than that, man, nothing else has been happening, bro. Like, I think I guess they don't show nothing here anymore. But for the most part, man, I had a few people reach out to me from some of these firms. Uh, Not really interested in going with anybody, right? Hey, listen, if you're watching my videos, if you can do better than this, then I probably still wouldn't go with you, right? Because you can't do better than Tesla. So, going forward, right? It's only Tesla going forward, right? If you do see other stocks in here, they're temporary short-term trades that I dabble in from time to time, right? I use it to make a little money, and then I get out. I don't stay long term. I don't hang out, in and out, right? That's how it's gonna be. But for the most part, it's just Tesla. Next year, I plan on buying 4 to 5 shares a month next year. So that's the goal for 2026. As far as for a account value, I'm looking at $1 million minimum, right? 2026 will be the year of the millionaire. Okay. Um, Long term goal 2030, I'm looking at 10 mil. So, got some promising stuff coming up for Tesla. Those robo taxis, which I cannot wait for it to come to my city. I actually want to jump in one. The reason I don't buy a Tesla now is because my freaking Broncos paid off, and it just financially, bro, it really would not make sense to go out and buy a brand new car when I have a paid off car, man. And it's a nice car, right? So I even ran it through ChatGPT just to kind of, bro. You know what's kind of scary about ChatGPT, bro? Like it's getting so realistic, man. It's a little frightening, bro. Just a little. I'm not afraid of AI. I like AI, right? It helps me make a lot of important decisions, which you still got to question AI. You still can't take it as truth, right? You still have to be able to. You still have to make the final decision when it comes to AI. Okay, you can use AI to do the dirty work for you, but you still got to make a decision, right? So, you know, I'm definitely gonna dig more into AI. Speaking of AI, the amount of misinformation on the internet will only continue to grow. And as the months and years go by, it's going to be harder and harder to distinguish the real from the fake. I know if you're in that 60 plus age range, you already can't tell the difference. I don't even know. I love my mom. I love my older family members, but they're fucking cooked. That older generation, y'all are fucking cooked. And if you don't have a financial plan, a solid financial plan, y'all are gonna get sacrificed for, you know what? Never mind. Point is, if you, like I always tell you guys, you need to be able to use AI. Don't let AIs use you. Okay? I'm gonna keep it that simple. Um, yeah, man. But this should be like a short video, bro. Like there ain't really nothing to talk about. It's only Tesla, man. That's all I'm doing. Buying Tesla. Now I might start doing some Tesla updates. I think that might be more interesting versus just showing my account value. Because what I do isn't hard. It's not um, cool. It's not super difficult. It's just buy as many Tesla shares as you can every month without destroying yourself. Like you still want to be debt free. You still want to have your emergency fund. You still want to increase your income, and you want to get a high savings rate, right? So you can buy Tesla shares. But outside of that, man, that's it, bro. That's it. I don't do anything else, man. When it comes to finance, to be honest with you, I barely look at this shit. If I'm being 100% with you, I rarely look at the shit. Right? Um, I don't have anything automatically going in there. I manually go in and I buy shares, but that's the only time I'll probably look at my portfolio. So yeah, man. So I think that's about it, bro. I mean, we're still gonna have the typical YouTubers with that good word salad, right? They got the good word salad of them trying to convince you on why they're the answer and other people are not. Listen, and that hasn't changed. Okay. Um, so yeah, bro. I think that's about it, man. Without saying too much, without getting off topic. I think for the most part, I'll still do the post on my channel. And if I don't do quarterly updates, then at least I'll just post on my channel, right? I'll just make more updated posts on my channel. That seems reasonable. So, um, what I will probably get into though is what is it called? Options trading, right? So I've been looking at a lot of options YouTubers. Been looking at a lot of how to make that extra income, but I don't know if I want to do it with the Tesla shares, bro. Like it's oh man, dude, I just don't know if I want to risk that. I don't want to put this at jeopardy. Even talking to AI, ChatGPT was giving me some good strategies, but it kept telling me it's like, hey man, listen, you're better off. You might be better off just doing the long term thing when it comes to Tesla. Like any other stock, you can play the options game with, but because of the amount of growth you're gonna see with this stock, you're better off just sticking to the dollar cost averaging, right? And maybe when you hit 10 mil, you can take a couple mil out, do options with something else, and leave this Tesla bulk alone. So we'll see, right? We'll see how it goes. I probably won't be with Charles Schwab once that happens. We'll see. I'm keeping a. I'm telling you, bro. I'm watching Charles Schwab like a fucking hawk. Right? I'm digging deep, bro. All right, without saying too much. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man, I think that's all I got for the update, bro. This wasn't gonna be a crazy long update, man. This was just short, sweet, to the point. Yeah, got it. 2025 was crazy. Today, we already know what's happening. 2026 is gonna continue to be crazy. But you know what needs to still happen, bro? You still need to boss up. Okay? You still need to go out here and you still need to perform. You still need to be better. Because if you haven't looked around and you haven't seen that you're being outnumbered, the only thing that's gonna you know what, bro? Fuck it. Whatever. Hey, that's all I got, man, for the update. All right. Millennials, lead the way.